So the referees, the first referee on the left of your picture is Dudek from Poland, and he'll be ably assisted by Spain's very own Susana Rodriguez. Giovanni Guidetti, the Netherlands head coach, was looking to put out the same starting six that overturned China 3-2 to set up this semi-final encounter. However, after putting in his rotation slip with the first six on it, we do have some devastating news for those of you supporting the Netherlands, and that is the captain, number 6, Marit Balkenstein, went over in the hitting warm-up and she's torn something in her knee. She won't be playing, so the starting six on paper is number 5, Robin de Graaf, middle blocking. Number 6, Balkenstein, should be going through the outside, but she's not yet gone out onto court. You can ignore that graphic. It's going to be changed. There's going to be a substitution once this game gets started. Number 10, Slucci's in the opposite slot. Laura Diekman, number 14, is setting. It's Anna Bausch, number 11, through the outside, and Quinta Steenbergen, number 7, the other middle blocker. Giovanni Guidetti will be making a substitution at the very start of this game as Brazil make their way out onto court. No changes for the team that have so far gone unbeaten and have yet to drop a set in this final. Claudio Fabiana, number 1, the middle blocker and captain. Thaisa Menez, number 6, the other middle blocker. Danny Lins, number 3, is setting. This is how Brazil line up. It's Shayla, number 13, in the opposite slot. The two outside hitters, number 16, Fegare, and number 12, Natalia. So the Netherlands waiting to make their substitution as Brazil have one last little chat. The substitution goes ahead for the Netherlands, so Drutis, who didn't make it onto court, has been replaced by number 8, Judith Pettersson, who is an opposite player by trade, but having to become a swing hitter here. No place on court for Celeste Plack, number 4, who has been subbing in the outside hitting role. So a real shame that for the Netherlands. They're a player down already before we've even had the first touch of the ball. And Judith Pettersson, who wasn't expecting to play, now has to step up to the plate. It'll be Diekma who will serve to get things underway for the Netherlands in this best of 5 set match to see who will go through to the World Grand Prix final. The Netherlands in orange serving, it's Brazil in yellow receiving. This the first semi-final from the FIVB World Grand Prix finals here in Thailand, Bangkok, and the first point goes the way of the underdogs, the Netherlands. It's the first time they've played Brazil in this competition, didn't get to see them in the preliminaries. Brazil have their side out. Those of you just joining us, the news for the Netherlands is their captain, Marit Balkenstein, is injured. She was injured in the warm-up, and that injury occurred after the rotation slip had been put in by Guidetti. So the Netherlands making a substitution before the first serve. And it's Judith Pettersson, number 8, who's in as an outside hitter. And Brazil, after siding out, have taken a point from serve, and that's where the battle's going to be today. It's up to stop Fabiana. Thaisa, who's serving. If the Netherlands are unable to stop the middle attacks, they could be in trouble. They are in trouble, and although saying that, Brazil were almost in trouble because Thaisa doesn't want to be passing free ball in. She's a middle blocker. Suddenly had to do it, but she certainly put it in well, and the B-quick is hammered away by Fabiana. Thaisa with a wry smile. She goes back to serve again, sporting what looks like a new tattoo on her leg. Interesting to know whereabouts she's going to be putting her tattoo for Rio. She has the Beijing and also the London Olympic tattooed on her forearms. Judith Pedersen with the serve for the Netherlands. Shayla looking to try and work that off the block, but was unsuccessful. 33 years of age now, Shayla. She'll be 34 once the Olympics start. Her birthday is in July. Her and Jackie, also 33. This is the twilight of their careers. One last bid for glory for the pair of them, and you get the feeling after this Olympic Games, actually, that Guimaraes will be making quite a few changes. He has an awful lot of players who were born in the early to mid-80s, coming up towards the 30 years of age mark. And, well, goodness me, if you've been following this tournament, you'll know that that's the third foot fault Sheila's made. She's got this incredibly weird run-up she's developed now, this little stutter like she's galloping a pretend horse, as a pretend horse. And this extra little step has taken her to touching the baseline as she goes to jump float. At which point you think Guimaraes would say, look, will you start a bit further back? As that tip somehow finds the floor. Faye-Garay, another player, as I mentioned, 30 years of age. Just be interesting to see whether Guimaraes does make wholesale changes after the Olympics. Most teams do work on the basis of the Olympic cycle and switching players in and out every 4 years, looking to make those kind of changes. Certainly those teams that are up in the higher echelons of world volleyball. Pedersen couldn't handle that swing from Natalia. And it's Brazil who have the lead back. Netherlands giving a good account of themselves at the moment, but for them it's all about not making any errors, keeping those mistakes to an absolute minimum if they are going to stick with it and hang in there with Brazil and make life difficult for them. Lovely, really good swing from Anne Bausch. She was up and swinging early on that ball. No time for Danny Lins to get anywhere near it. Bausch with the serve. Good ball in from Faye-Garay. And no trouble at all for Natalia, one-on-one, getting past Diekma as if she wasn't there. Right in between Diekma and de Kruijff. Good up from Faye-Garay. Oh, and the tip deep to the corner wins. Technical timeout. Brazil lead by 2. Danny Lins. Netherlands using an E-quick out wide. Pedersen enjoying that swing. Stretching Brazil's block, not allowing the middle to get out and join up with Shayla. And the Netherlands have their side out. Big hits in the middle from Thaisa. When you've got middle blockers who are as tall as Thaisa and Fabiana, there's no need to run the slide behind. You just can go A-quick over the top, and the speed and height is more than enough for Brazil's requirements. Certainly proving to be that way, and that's a decent serve. Thaisa, not only a blocker and hitter, she does have an excellent jump float serve. Yeah, she's just proven. Right in between the two players. Libro didn't like that one. Thaisa goes to serve again. Bausch didn't like that one. Slučij does extremely well off the net to get that down the front of Brazil's block. Shayla. And flirting with that line with her service. And the Netherlands go quickly themselves. A little shoot ball in front. Quinta Steenbergen. Oh, that's a belter. Top serve from Steenbergen. That generated the overpass, and De Cruyff said thank you very much. The Netherlands just one back. That was always a little bit low. FIVB did well to work it into the block and get it into transition, and now a better chance for Brazil. Ooh, maybe not. Or maybe there is. Let's make it even more difficult for FIVB. That way she can put it on the floor. She was pretty much in front of that ball, sideways onto the net, still able to work block out. Really good play off of Slučij's arm. Super play. Slučij's up early over the top of Natalia. I think Brazil were buying into a quick attack that didn't come. And indeed, Natalia stretching out to try and get to a ball. She was nowhere near it. Slučij's with the serve. Well left by Brazil. Slučij is very familiar to Giovanni Guidetti. She plays for FIVB Istanbul, where Guidetti coaches. And in fact, as we see that point taken, Shayla in your picture also plays for FIVB. Unable to get that ball off the floor though. A few of the Brazilian players now playing their volleyball outside of the Superliga. Camilla Break plays in Italy for Monaco Nesti. And Figueiredo actually plays for Dinamo Krasnodar, although I believe that contract has come to an end. She's going to be finding a new club for next season, as that one's kept in play brilliantly by Bausch. And again, Brazil working hard. Natalia is shut down emphatically. Lovely point. But it's not going to go the Netherlands' way. There's been a net touch. I don't think they know about it just yet. Indeed, huge net touch by Peterson. The celebrations come to nothing. And Bausch has gone off. Scoot has come in as a passing specialist. And Danny Lins will have the serve. Peterson gets block out. Good ball in that from Knip. Netherlands had a few issues with their liberos in the game against China. Pilon got herself injured at the start of the game, and so wasn't actually playing much. And then Guidetti decided that Knip wasn't functioning as he'd liked her to. So he said, right, I need to make a change, I'm going to. So he resigned both of his liberos as we head to the technical timeout. And he brought Scoot in, changed her from a hitter to a libero. And they went on to win the match. Inspired play and decision-making by Guidetti.
Entra mais rápido, menos altura, posicionar antes dela bater. Aí vamos tocar. Valeu, vambora.
So that's the point scoring run. It's been pretty even. Lots of just side, well, from 13 points, look, both teams have just sided out, traded points that way. No one scored. It was the Netherlands who last scored a point from serve back when they got the overpass off of the serve from Steenbergen, which was put away by De Graaf. Natalia's serve for Brazil. It's a really good hurry-up offense that the Netherlands are running, which is not allowing Brazil to get two blockers out wide. No chance at all here for Thaisa. The gaps are opening up at 4 for the Netherlands. Well, Guidetti keeps it in play, but he's not allowed to do that. And it's Brazil who have the point. Thaisa readies herself for her jump float serve. Oh, good up by Figueiredo. And brilliant block out by the swing hitter for Brazil. Didn't panic, just knew exactly what she was doing. That was all she was looking for, was block out. Straight from the practice court. Timeout called by the Netherlands.
Vamos montar a defesa para lá. Galera, vamos defender se o bloqueio não chegar. Vamos defender. Vai sacar de novo. Vambora.
Thaisa once again. Well, that was unlucky. Figueiredo wanted that angle. Didn't get enough wrap on the ball to bring it down in time. Welsh comes in. Welsh has height and power and consistency over Scoot. Pedersen couldn't stop Sheila. Double sub for Brazil. Sheila out, Danny Lynn's out, Roberta comes in and Gabby comes in. Set her to the back row, hit her into the front. 9 rotations of 3 front court attackers. We've had 3, we'll have 3 more, and then they'll make the double sub. We'll have another 3. Fabiana gets the block. Brazil easing away from the Netherlands now.
Waiting in the middle, then you use it, no problem. When you see she come 1 hour before, then you go there, okay? You can talk, when you see no problem, okay? Confirm, okay? Vai.
A mesma coisa lá. Vai, Gabi, atenção só para ela, como ela vai correr. Só correr para dentro, vambora, Fabi, vambora.
It's a big swing from the Netherlands, but it's soaked up by Brazil, but only to give the Netherlands a free ball back. Roberta makes a good dig. Still no one able to have a swing on the ball for the team in yellow. And it's Slucis who wraps it off the block. Those of you perhaps a little new to volleyball, wondering why Knip didn't just set the ball above her head with her hands to the attacker. She can't do that if she's over the 3-meter line. You can only bump set the ball up. I don't think she was particularly aware. She thought she might have been just over the 3-meter line, hence the safety option of bump setting it. It worked. Netherlands took the point, but they're not going to take the point with that play. Natalia on the backcourt pipe. She's a female Jiba. Figure 8. Natalia now into the front row, so it's Figure 8 who'll run the backcourt pipes. Nobody covering deep. There has to be somebody covering deep. Everybody in on that 3-meter line. That's an easy ball to recover if someone was a little bit more disciplined. Brazil 3 away from the first set. Too tight to the net. That will be Brazil's point because Diekma was reaching over. She's a backcourt player. And she was reaching over to play that on the side of Brazil, and Natalia was within her rights to hit it. Well, Figure 8 just seems to get that ball a little bit in front of her, and her body's trying to play catch-up to hit it. It's not the most consistent of serves, but when she gets it right, it's difficult to deal with. Didn't get it right on that occasion. Slucis now goes back for the Netherlands. That hasn't caught the block. Guidetti may challenge it though. No, it's, yes indeed there is a challenge. We have a slight issue where the timeout sound and the challenge sound are both the same. So Guidetti's made a challenge for block touch. More than anything, he's looking for a bit of a breather for his team. So no touch. Mariana Costa has come on, plays for the Minas Tennis Club in Sao Paulo. First time onto court in the tournament for her here in Thailand. And that wraps up the first set for Brazil, 25-18. Nothing too much to worry them at the moment. Some glimpses of magic from the Netherlands, but not enough to affect the first set result. Well, welcome if you're just joining us. These are the first set statistics. Brazil taking it 25-18. One ace for them, more blocks and less errors. The difference between the two teams. And depending on where you're watching in the world, you may well be tucking into a nice breakfast in bed. Perhaps one of the family members brought that to you, so you can enjoy this thrilling match without having to get up just yet. And it's been very exciting, very entertaining. Brazil have dominated. They've been unstoppable through the middle. Natalia's been brilliant through the outside. Shayla's been good. Figueiredo's been great. And for the Netherlands, it's been cameo roles, really, for their middle blockers who have had little to do, haven't had a chance to do a great deal. The hitting has been taken care of in the main by Bausch and Slochis, but they need to do more. They need to try and force the issue. Otherwise, they'll be playing for third and fourth place, and it'll be Brazil going through to the final. It's been a really well-attended tournament, absolutely packed to the rafters for Thailand's matches, as you might expect, and probably the noisiest that any venue has ever been when the home team are playing. Certainly, in all my time commentating, I've never been to a venue where the noise has been so loud, and so often every time Thailand were touching the ball, there were screams and cheers. It's been a fantastic atmosphere, and it is again for this game. Second set about to get underway. Brazil taking the first, and it'll be Danny Lins with the serve. Well, Peterson thought she got that down. Really good pickup by Camilla Brate. And again, Diekma watching the tip ball. Peterson, no way through for her. Natalia and Thaisa making sure of that. So a very good swing from Yvonne Billien, who has come in and replaced Steenbergen through the middle, and the Be Quick does the job. brilliant. How do you stop that? You can commit block, but then Danny Lins, with a set of her qualities, just going to go out wide and open up one-on-ones, one-on-nobodies. Think about the fact that Taser's coming in on that A quick, and then if they run the backcourt pipe over the top of that, there are going to be some one-on-nobodies. As Brazil extend their lead, courtesy of that block from Sheila. As Natalia went to hit that, she turned her entire body into that position, and as she was rotating around it, wasn't able to get enough energy into the ball. First serve of the match for Billion. Great pickup by Knip. Well, it's Brazil in the ascendancy, and Fabiana it is who puts the ball away. Brazil really hammering home the fact that they have that superiority through the middle. And Danny Lynch trying to establish her middle hitters at every opportunity. Good leave. Bausch couldn't find the line. Well, they all thought that was in. They thought maybe there's a touch, there's a challenge coming. And that would suggest that Tigrauf touched the ball. Big touch from Tigrauf. Guidetti still trying to communicate through to Jigme exactly what he wants her to do. Plack, who's come in through the outside, but the ball's still going to Sluchis, and Plack's not had a hit yet. And at the technical timeout, look at this, 8-2 for Brazil. Brazil just kicking on from where they left off. Netherlands need to sort out their passing unit, and they need to do it quickly. At the moment, they're all mid-court on the same shoulder line. Anything in between them is going to be tricky. That was tricky as it was. But Platt gets some heat on the ball, and the Netherlands at last have it back. Lovely ball in, wasn't it, from Sheila? And Danny Lin's very happy and comfortable to go to the middle to find Fabiana. That was a nice high hit from Platt. Break just a little too far into court, covering at 5. And maybe it's just a little too short to be able to play that one. Oh, lovely set. Bit of DiCecco from Danny Lin's with the one-handed ball out wide. Good covering by Fabiana. Sheila with some work to do. And she couldn't get it finished. She said she was trying to go for a block out. And she just didn't quite find the fingers of Peterson. Tweaked back in by Brait. Oh, nice. 1 foot slide behind from De Bausch, goes into the corner. Netherlands making a bit of a comeback now. Good swing from De Graaf. Black with the half volley. Brazil with the point. Good high contact from Peterson. Stunning that ball into the corner. A Danny kind of wrist snap at the end of it. Good leave by Brait. Very good serve from Fabiana. Black struggling. Free ball for Brazil. Thaisa waiting. Getting denied. Well, that one a little too telegraphed. Elian commits. That's a really good block. Faker and Shayla saying after you. No, after you. Well, Antigua just hands the point and the initiative back to Brazil. Really good angle, isn't it? Natalia gets up. That ball goes down very quickly. Peterson off, scoot in for passing. Just as she did in the first set. Makes you wonder why Guidetti didn't have Scoot as a libero for this one. Maybe he was aware that Balkenstein isn't in full fitness, as that one is just battered into Camilla Brake. She's going to feel that one. Bellienne gets the serve, missed her last one. That's a better effort. And it's the Netherlands who have the point. Just wonder whether or not Brazil have started to relax. Nice play from Sheila. Second technical timeout. Brazil leading by 5 and by 1 set to love. Well, Scoot wasn't sure whether to play it or not. Now the Netherlands just give a down ball to Brazil. But it will come back in play. 3 options. And it's Fabiano who gets touched by De Kruijff. Free ball again for Brazil. Natalia out of the play, having trying to try and cover it. Good scramble this from the Netherlands. Free ball number 3 for Brazil. Someone's got to put it down. Well, they have done, but it's an error. It's amazing, isn't it? Brazil could have got themselves back into system quite easily on either one of those last 2 free balls. If they'd have volleyed the ball in really high, but actually they started to over-rev and started to volley the ball in quicker as it came back to them and not giving themselves time then to get set up and coming in and attack. And that's what kept the Netherlands in that last rally. Guerre with no difficulty finding the line. Sheila to serve for Brazil. Knit was almost looking for someone else to play that. She's the libero. She's taking all the cross court. Just got to go after this one. She set up for a really big hit, didn't she? But 3 blockers were taking all of the power. It was only ever going to be something off the block, because anything that missed that block cross court she would never have got anyway, because it had to have been inside the 3.
Come on. Just wait, watch and go. vai. You said they're one step below, yeah? Vai, go.
I think that was kind of highlighted by what Guidetti just said, didn't he? To nip about her defence. Good defence, both sides. Free ball goes Brazil's way. But it's the Netherlands who take the point. And De Graaf just coming out of nowhere. Well, Diekman's gone off. I think Guidetti's had enough of trying to tell her what he wants to do. He's got Stoltenberg in instead. One setter for another. Scoots come in for Peterson in the back row. Back with the serve. Well, that really has to be Peterson's ball. She's in a position where she can go after that one. And Slucis wants to be swinging from the back row. So Netherlands call the timeout.
Imagine what we said in the video. What we said in the video. We said that the block is here, position 1, take all the tip. You are here, every time you are here, so why we make video? We said the first ball, she don't attack here, and we don't care. Here, and we take all because we want position 4 and 5 there, and we are here every time. I can't believe it, and then we can make one step. Come on. Let's go.
Well, that's interesting. Netherlands had studied exactly what Brazil were doing in that situation and decided that actually it should have been Slucis to go after that. The ball tipped that close to one. He wants her in playing it. That does take her out of the attack, but does then give a positive set out to 4, which means that Peterson would have to drive out, not come in and help, but drive out straight away on the tip ball so she can be available to swing. Double substitution made by Brazil. Gabby's into the front row and Roberta into the back row. Roberta the setter, number 9, Gabby acting as opposite player, number 10. And certainly Gabby being groomed for that opposite slot for the future, you feel, once Sheila does retire. We saw a lot of her the last sort of couple of years, really, and it's only been recently Sheila's come back into the team. Well, it's going to be a foot fault. The back attack unsuccessful. And Bausch stepping on the 3-meter line as she took off to swing. You have to jump from behind it. Well, it's getting better and better for Brazil, isn't it? It's turning into a bit of a nightmare for the Netherlands. Fabiano once again. Decent touch from Gabby. Everyone else is still moving as that ball was being attacked. And moving out of the way. Natalia gets the point. Brazil just need 3 more for a 2-0 lead. Stoltenberg's time on court comes to an end. Diekma's back in. Huge block. Brazil putting 3 blockers up, and it's Natalia who puts the ball down. Gabby. FIVB gets put down. That one was run right into where the Netherlands middle block was waiting. There wasn't any real movement needed. You can see that Slučí's had already begun to step inside. There was no threat coming from behind because Thijsse just stood there. And that's why it's so important that when you get the ball, all of your players run their routes into attack to pin blockers so that you can open up the gaps. That time Thijsse goes over the top, couldn't stop it, and it's set point for Brazil. Oh dear. Well, that ends the set, not on a particularly high point for the Netherlands. Brazil will be delighted. 25-16, they lead 2-0. The video, but actually come to support the team. They'll be hoping she can provide plenty of cheer. Right now they need all the help they can get, don't they? 2 sets to love down. Brazil 1 set away from a place in the World Grand Prix final. It'll be Diekma to get things underway. Super block from Bausch and Bellien. And it's just the way to start. Another good serve, pinning Natalia. Well, it won't stay in play, unfortunately, for FIVB. Good effort from her, but a really good start for the Netherlands. Natalia struggling. Janny Lynn's backcourt, can't go up and block it. Good up from Plack. Nice blocking, Thijsse and FIVB combining, and Brazil have their first point. Lisa was just looking at Guimarães for her serving target. Oh, that was a wild one. Well, Figueiredo's cut that to the line, but missed the line. Well, Guimarães won't be accepting this kind of play for much longer. And he's called timeout. He could be reading the riot act.
A Dani corrige. Sheila, a primeira bola que você recebeu, as duas caíram. Você bateu para botar no bloqueio, não tinha cobertura.
Ah, não, foi mal, motivo.
É porque, deixa eu jogar lá e vamos retomar, galera. Não vamos querer resolver a parada só a gente. Tá, tem bolas e bolas para decidir. Tá? Paciência um pouquinho, segura no passe.
Vai, começo do set, vambora, vai.
Não deixa abrir, depois não deixa jogar o pai, cara.
Brazil will not be worried, will they? They might have been 6-2 down, but when a team then comes off the back of a side out and gives you the point with a free serve, doesn't put any pressure on you, doesn't make you play the ball, you know that, well, really, it's not as tough a battle as it might perceive or seem to be for those watching. Well, they're going to challenge. Sheila's in the back row saying nobody touched it. She wasn't blocking. Guidetti talking to Plack about her approach, arm swing, driving in and driving up. Indeed, there was no touch. That was called for by the players as well. Guidetti didn't call it. His players told him to call it. That was very nice. See quick, dispatched by de Kruif. Bang. Fabiana nowhere. Well, that sums up everything you need to know about how Guidetti feels right now. He fully expected that ball to be kept in play after it hit the block. Just enough hang time from de Kruif to get enough on the ball. And at the technical timeout, it's the Netherlands who lead 8-5. It's always good, isn't it, to see the coaches' reactions and what they're seeing and how it's going about it. Netherlands, well, they're being caught up because they're only managing side outs at the moment. Brazil beginning to score a few points. But they do have a 3-point lead. Can they hold on to it? Black with the serve. What a block that is. Danny Lins. Oh, good up from Camilla Break. Well played by Sheila into the block to recycle the ball. Oh, belter from Plack. That's more like it. Much better arm swing from her, wasn't it? That's what Guidetti's wanting. Ooh, that will be allowed to continue as it's off the first attack. Even though it was a massive carry roll up the arm, I think there's going to be a challenge for block touch. And Brazil know it. They've gone back to set up serve receive already. Kind of a giveaway, isn't it, when the other team are setting up to serve receive. So a real test now for Brazil, 4 points behind. Oh, what a swing that was. Diekma gets it right in the schnoz. Not sure she saw much of it until it hit her. Really good angle that was from Natalia. Somehow Sheila keeps that in play. Well, suspicion that maybe that volley from Figueiredo should have been called as a double touch as it spun wildly over the net. But it caused problems for the Netherlands nonetheless. Good use of the block by Bellien. That's the only place Danny Lins could go. Bellien must have known that. One hand up in the air, full stretch. Not going to set it out to 4. But Bellien not making a decent touch in the middle to stop Thaisa, who now gets to serve. Bausch with a decent swing. Oh, good serve. Deep, hard, flat, float serve. Bausch couldn't deal with it. Benien. Black puts Danny Lins on her backside. Netherlands get the 3-point advantage. Could be 4. Oh dear. Bit of a mix-up for the Netherlands. And then FIVB just hammers it off the block. Tikma and Slucci's not on the same wavelength. And it cost the Netherlands a point. Quite a big turnaround that. That could have been 15-11, 4-point difference. It's now only 2. Solid hit that from Plack. Penny for his thoughts. Fabiana back to serve. One side out for the Netherlands. Takes them into the technical timeout with a 3-point lead if they can do it now. Scoot's getting ready to come on court for the Netherlands. She may not be needed just yet. Although she might actually be needed now. Indeed she is. She's coming on for Slucci's to pass. Well, that kind of tells you all you need to know if you're Brazil. 2 front court attackers, Plack and De Kruijff, and that's it. Front court setter. Tikma, no back attack coming really, and Bausch maybe. All depends on the quality of the pass. There's a great ball in, and it is Bausch on the pipe. And we head into the second technical timeout. The Netherlands leading 16-14. That's a quality hit. Positive set out to Bausch, who just wraps it off the block. Well, it's a good swing from Sheila. Hasn't done a great deal in this set. Super. Netherlands really taking this set to Brazil. And again, Guidetti just looking on. They've seen this in the videos. They know where that ball is going to be tipped to. And they know who has the responsibility to play it, yet no one could get it off the floor. Well, this is where Brazil come into their own. We've had the 2 dress rehearsals, the race to 8, the race to 16. This is now the race to 25. And Brazil are hot on the heels. Well, timeout's called. There could be a yellow card time delay coming after this point for the Netherlands, as they called that timeout late. I thought they were looking for a substitution. Well, they have it now. Slucci's back in. They called it late. When the passing quality goes up, the middle attacks increase. And against Brazil, when you've got players who can do that, you're in trouble. Good up by Thaisa. Well done by Knip, staying deep that time. Free ball for Brazil. 3 front court attackers available. And it's Figueiredo who is dug. Off ball this time, slightly more difficult. Too difficult. Slucci's wraps it into the block, and the neutral fans here have all gone Dutch crazy. They want to see another set. Peterson in to serve. Well, it was close to being on the side of the Netherlands, but close isn't good enough. It was on Brazil's side when contact was made. Fabiana makes the block. Sheila goes back to serve. Brazil 1 behind. The Netherlands need the side out, keep their momentum going. Oh, good swing from Figueiredo. What a set that was from Danny Lins as well. She wasn't the fastest getting to the ball, but strong shoulders to send it out wide, draw level, and send the Netherlands into timeout. Berta with the serve. Decent serve. No middle attack coming. She's looking to get them out of trouble, but she's just put the Netherlands in more trouble here because Brazil have taken the lead. And timeout called straight away. They already had one.
I don't do a mistake. Maybe there is a challenge. Maybe they touch the net. Maybe you may block out. But until you hesitating, then you cannot find that. Come on. Let's go.
We just have to wonder about how much of that was redundant information Guidetti gave to Slucis. Maybe you do this, maybe you do that. Actually, that point's been and gone. Next time, okay, try go high hands, look for block out, and really be aggressive. Then get on to the next thing. There's plenty of time to give information. That just seemed like a bit of a telling off. Nice up from break. Schmidt makes a good dig. Libro's working hard. And again, oh, that's magnificent. And it's the Netherlands who are hitting the ball hardest at the moment. And at last they put it down. All that effort for side out to level the scores and keep the Netherlands in this set and in the match. Two magnificent digs from Camilla Break, but it was a magnificent hit from Plack that got the point. Bellion. Well, Gabby's fresh off the bench. You wouldn't know, would you, as she puts that one away. Figueroa. Oh, brilliant. Right into the corner. Plack giving it a smack. And getting Guidetti a point. Slucis now with the serve. Question for the Netherlands is, can they get themselves a point from their serving from block defence? Because right now it's Brazil who are siding out to have the lead each time, which means they would get a match point. Great from Gabby. It's not going to come back as it pinballs around the Dutch defence. And Brazil do make their side out and do edge closer to the match. Fabiana off. Mariana on. Oh, it stays in play. No. 4 touches given against the Netherlands. And now it's match point for Brazil. Mariana once again. Courage under pressure from Plack. Up against a big block. But saves match point. Stoltenberg comes in. Roberta didn't know much about that. But this now is a great opportunity for Brazil. They can side this out and take the match with it. Plack with the serve. Good ball in from Gabby, and Thaisa is denied. Continuation only. Natalia. No mistake from her. The ball goes down into the corner. Brazil take the set, and with it the match. They're through to the final here in Bangkok. They have defeated the Netherlands by 3-0. Well, a brilliant result for Brazil. Credit to the Netherlands, they hung in there. And they put on a brave fight, but it just wasn't to be in the end. The quality of Brazil shone through in that last set. Had been training for most of it to turn it around in the business end and book their place in the final. The Netherlands will be playing for bronze. Brazil will be playing for gold. And potentially their 11th. They have 10 World Grand Prix titles already, Brazil, since this tournament began. No one else has anything like what they do. Well, a huge round of applause for the Dutchies. This is the tale of the 3 sets. Brazil given nearly a whole set in errors. Mind you, they made 14 themselves. 11 blocks, 4 aces. No aces for the Netherlands and only 4 blocks for them. Attacking wise, just the one in it. So great result, and we can hear from Sheila for Brazil about that result.
What a performance. Congratulations for your match. Now you know you're in the finals now, and how do you feel that your team made it to the final?
I'm really happy because we can try to win one more gold in Grand Prix. And tomorrow, I don't know against who we play, but we are ready for try this gold.
Thank you, Sheila.
Well, they don't mind who they play. They're looking to be ready. Here are the highlights. So congratulations to Brazil, they're through to the final. It's been a fabulous game of volleyball. We hope you've enjoyed it. The next semi-finals between the USA and Russia. We hope you can join us for that. But until then, from all of us here